Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Lily, and as always, I am so appreciative of you being here with me today, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I've got a fun project to work on today, and I am going to be altering some photographs. Some of them are digitals, like these Frida pictures, and then others are pictures from my own personal collection, pictures that I have taken from my trips, from one of my trips to Mexico a couple years ago. So I thought that would be fun to include those in the upcoming junk journals, and especially because I couldn't quite find ephemera pieces or images that I liked, that I wanted to include in the journal. And so I thought it would be a good idea to include some of my own images in the journals. I think that's a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea? Let me know. So that is what I'm going to do. Now I've kind of already started working on the Frida images, and these images are from the Graphics Fairy, and all of the information for the items that I use will be in the description area below. And like I've mentioned in the past, if for some reason I forget to mention where anything is from, whether it's stamps or coloring pencils or whatever it is, just leave me a comment below and I am happy to answer all of your questions, okay? So let me put my glasses on so that I can see what I'm doing, because there's going to be a little bit of detail in here and I want to make sure that I can see what I'm doing. So let's get to it. These are two coloring pencils that I'm going to use, and one of them is a Prisma and this one is Crayola, and no particular reason why. It's just I needed a pink and I needed a red, and this is what was handy. Okay, so that is what I'm going to use, but I want to show you what I did to the Frida images. Look at her, and look at the way she's kind of looking at you. Look at that. Her eyes, that look is just so piercing. I just love this image, and so I'm glad that I came across it. Now, these are not going to be Frida specific journals, but for some reason there will be a lot of Frida inspired ephemera. It just happened that way, but it wasn't on purpose, but I just love it. So this is what I've done. I've already printed the images, 3 to a page. This is Epson matte presentation paper, and Gayle Agostinelli recommended this. She has my favorite things on her personal website. So if you go over to her channel and you click on her favorite things or her website, it'll take you to all the things that she absolutely loves. And the Epson presentation paper is one of those things. And that's where I purchased mine, and I don't regret it. It is a matte photo paper, like a presentation paper. I don't know if it's photo paper, but it is awesome, you guys. It's such a great quality paper, and it prints really nice images, and it's matte, so it's easy for you to be able to glue on it or to even write on it. So it is absolutely perfect paper. So check out Gayle's channel, and if you want more information on this paper, go ahead and ask her about it. But you know, that's where I got it. So I've already printed it, and then I embellished it. So let me show you. I'm going to set these aside for just a moment while I show you these that I've already worked on. Not a lot of embellishment, but just enough for it to be a little wow piece. So let's all wow. The other thing that I did is I went searching on the World Wide Web for her quotes, and she's got so many of them. She was just such an amazing woman. So I opened up a Word document and I typed up some of her famous quotes. She has hundreds of them, but I typed out some of my favorites. And then I cut them out and then I glued them here. And I wanted these to be on plain white copy paper, which this is what I printed on. And I know others, I've used coffee dyed paper for my words, but for this one, I wanted to use white paper, and I really like the way that looks. You can see that I have colored in her cheeks, and that's what I used, the pink Crayola, or the pink Prismacolor pencil on her cheeks. And then I took the red Crayola pencil and I colored in, I gave her some red lips. I also took some stickers from my stash and added those there, and voila, here she is. Gorgeous as ever. So I'm going to make a few more of these. I have made 3, which is enough for the upcoming junk journals, but I love these so much, I thought I would make some extras. So Frida, I'm going to set you aside for just a moment and put you there for some inspiration. These are some of the stickers that I am going to use. Let me bring her back really quick. This sticker right here is a Maggie Holmes sticker from the Heritage Collection, and I don't have those anymore because those were my absolute favorite, and I have used all of those floral stickers, but I have others, but those were my absolute favorite. And so I have these because I just love those little butterflies. These I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and then these are great. These are matte flowers, and they are clear stickers. Oh, those are really stuck on there. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe that's why I shouldn't buy stickers at the grocery store. That's where I bought these. I've used some. Okay, let me try to unstick it. I was hoping to use these. Wow. Okay, here we go. There we go. You have to be careful. So you can see they have a clear edge, and they are matte. And so I thought I could use these on Frida. And yes, I did buy these at the grocery store. They were right there by the checkout lane, and I'm like, come to mama. So yeah, but I have to be careful peeling them because the backing wants to come up too. So I have these. And then my most favorite Dollar Tree stickers are these. Actually, they're not stickers, they're rub-on transfers. And I have gone through so many packages of these. These are my favorite. So whenever I swing by the Dollar Tree and they have some, sometimes they only have one, I grab it because I know I'm going to use it all up, as you can see here. So those are the ones I want to use on Frida. We'll see how that goes. Here are my quotes. And then let me also show you the other images, the other pictures that I'd like to use and embellish. I was thinking about including 3 pictures, 3 of these photographs in the journals. So I have about 9 of them here, maybe a couple extra, but I thought I'd go ahead and just work on whatever it is that I have. I also printed these on the amazing Epson presentation paper. And so these are some of my own images. I'm not a photographer, but I can take a picture with my camera, with my phone, and that's what I did. And I think they turned out pretty good. This is from, this is the Plaza de Toros in Autlan, Jalisco. And what I've done over here is I have printed a little bit of information of those pictures, where they were, you know, what the image is and its location. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the white copy paper or the coffee stained copy paper. So we'll see, whatever looks best when I'm ready to stick it down. So these, I think these are wonderful. I had such a great time. The last time I was in Mexico was in February of 2019. Last year I didn't go anywhere. This year I'm not going anywhere, but next year I'm hoping that I'm able to make it back. So that's what, this is the rodeo there in the town where my parents are from. And by the way, Carlos Santana is also from the same town as my parents. So him and his brother, that's where they grew up. And so isn't that cool? And so yeah, and my dad says that he went to elementary school with Carlos Santana when they were just a wee little lads. So, and then this is the La Presidencia Municipalidad in Autlan, Jalisco. So like the governing building, the government building there in the town. And then this is in Barra de Navidad. Oh my gosh, this is the hotel where I stayed, and it was so nice, right on the beach, absolutely gorgeous. And Autlan, the town where my family's from, is on the southwest of the state of Jalisco. So maybe about an hour and a half from the coast. So this is not very far from here. And then I've already cut some of the other images and I'll show those to you. This is La Catedral, the cathedral there. It's so nice. I can't remember when they started building this, but I know it's over 100 years old. Pretty cool. And then here is a view from the hotel where we stayed in Barra de Navidad. Look at all that color. And I think that's why I just love the journals that I'm currently working on, because they are so vibrant. And like I've said in those videos, Mexico is just so full of color to me. And when I see color, it just takes me back to my trips to Mexico. And it's also very vintage and very rustic, and I love that about it too. There's so much history in Mexico. This is the front doors to a vacant residence or an hacienda, but I just loved those doors. They are so weathered and so old, and the building is still there. I wish I knew exactly how old these were, but these rustic doors called to me, and I took a picture of them. And let me tell you guys, these doors are huge, huge doors and very tall. So there's that. We went to an amazing hacienda turned, well, it's a hacienda that also has a section of it that's turned into a restaurant, and they have this amazing buffet on the weekends, and everything is served or displayed in these handmade terracotta pots and dishes, and oh my gosh, so authentic, and the food was amazing. And this is a window from Barra de Navidad, the coastal town where we stayed for a few days, and I just loved it. I love the architecture. I love the vibrant colors. Look at that mustard gold, and then the brick, and then the wrought iron windows with the wood framing around those windows. Just absolutely gorgeous. This is the sidewalk, you guys. Beautiful tiles and pavers. It's just so much detail that goes into a lot of the architecture and just the city streets. Just beautiful. Here's a big picture of one of those terracotta bowls with cheese, queso cotija, which is a staple in any Mexican household or restaurant, Mexican restaurant. Here's another picture of that buffet. And then another picture of the Plaza de Toros, the Rodeo Grounds there in Outlan. It was amazing. So we saw some jaripeo, which is rodeo, at 11 o'clock, and it was so hot. And we were sitting in an area that had no shade. Very, very hot. But we had our cowboy hats on, so we were good. All right. So now that we've gone down memory lane for a bit, let's cut up the rest of the pictures. I'm going to set that aside and finish trimming. Let's work on the Fridas. On the Fridas first. Oh, almost cut that one in half. Let's start this way. So these are fun. And these are images like the ones that are my personal pictures here. I like to do project life, you guys. I love doing pocket scrapbooking. It is my favorite. And that's because I can put so many pictures in the little pockets and then use all of my stickers and all the other little embellishments that I have that really tell a story. And it's a completely different style that I absolutely love. So yeah, that's what I've used my pictures for, to document my trips. And because I've talked about how when I journal in my junk journals, I typically journal quotes and funny things my kids or family have said. Things that are inspiring, things that are humorous. So that's what I like to typically journal in my junk journals. But in my scrapbooking, that's where I document everything else, my trips, holidays, vacations, things like that. And I love pocket scrapbooking. Project Life. Love it. When I discovered it, I was like, yes. Yes. Okay, so those are done. So maybe one day we can do a little Project Life scrapbooking. How about that? All right. So let me finish cutting these up. Where's that? I was cutting them all up and then I stopped and I thought, oh, let me just cut these up with you. It shouldn't take very long. It's a craft with me, but also a process video. Sometimes I want to share some of these little details so that you could see what it is that I'm doing, the tools that I'm using. I have other cutters, but this Cricut one is my favorite. The blade is really, really smooth, so I enjoy using that one. Where's my scrap lid? And I could use scissors too, but this goes by faster. I'm getting really excited. I am close to getting all of my ephemera done for the journals. And then this is probably the last of the ephemera that I will be working on. I think this is the last of it. And then I will begin to embellish some of the pages and then work on them and hopefully get them done pretty soon. My work schedule changed a little bit, and so it's temporary, but right now I'm not able to do too much during the week just because I have to be up at 2:25 a.m. and then be asleep by 6:30. So what time is it now? Oh, I'm not wearing my watch. So I've got my bedtime coming up in a couple hours. I know it's Sunday, it's still light out, but that's the way it is right now, and that is okay. So we make do. I work with what I can, or I work with the time I can. Okay. So let's work on Frida. Let's do. I think I want to do some rub-on transfers, and they're matte, and I think they will work out really well in this picture. The Maggie Home stickers were so nice. I loved them. But I think these will look pretty good too. So let's put you right there. Where's my popsicle stick that I always keep here? Okay. One of my nephews, who is now almost 30 years old, when he was little and they would come over, my sister had 6 children, and then with my 3 plus 2, 5, and to keep them busy, especially in the winter days, I'd have them draw and things like that. But one of my nephews just loved the transfers, and so when he'd come over, he'd like, can I play with your rub-ons? It was like his favorite thing to do. How's that? See how it's matte? Almost looks like it's printed with the picture. Oh, that, I like that. I like you. Okay, let's do another. What about this yellow one? You think it's too big? Nothing is too big. Go big or go home. Like that, or like this. Oh yes, right here like this. I love these transfers, you guys. Have you seen them in your Dollar Tree? Or a different type of transfer if you're watching outside of the US? see, did I do that right? Yes! Look at that. Oh, wow. It really does look as if it was printed with her. Okay, let's do one more. So yes, I thought I'd open this up, but nope, didn't have to. Let's do this one in a different direction. Right there. Leave a comment below if you've vacationed in Mexico or if you are from Mexico, what your favorite part of Mexico is, and if you go often. Look at her. Oh, girl, you look good. You look good. Where's the other, whoops, where is the other one? Look at these over here. See, these are also matte, but they have like this satin finish, and these are just clear glossy butterflies, and you can see the sticker, but with these you can't see it at all. I like that. I didn't do a very good job of trimming over here. I have an idea, you guys. Leave me a comment below, and I'm going to select a random comment, and I'm going to mail you these rub-ons transfers, okay? So just leave me a comment, and I will select one, and I'll reach out to you, and then drop one of these in the mail for you, okay? And it doesn't matter where you are. I will send it across the world if that's where you find yourself, all right? Just as a little thank you for watching the video with me. And just in case you are not able to get a hold of one of these, I'll just put it in the mail for you because it is my favorite and I would love to share it with you. All right, so there is that. So now let's cut up some quotes really quick. Let's see. Okay. So there's that one. Oh, it doesn't like cutting. I think I have a dull blade. Someone had said when you're cutting copy paper, do 2 sheets. Put a sheet under and it should help so it doesn't kind of rip the paper. But this is also a blade that I have not replaced. Where are my scissors? Okay. So I'll just, it's still my favorite trimmer. See how it cuts the paper right there? It tends to do that with thin copied papers. It's okay. I've got scissors, and if my little words are wonky, it's okay. Woo! Okay. Feet, what do I need you for when I have wings to fly? Okay. I'd love to go to Mexico City, because just outside of Mexico City is Frida's house that I believe is now a museum, and I would love to be able to go there. My best friend had some artwork from her husband, Diego Rivera, in her house, and I loved it. I love his style too, his work. There you go. Oh, I think I wanted to add a butterfly. Yes, let me add a little butterfly. Oh, these are really on there. Maybe because they're old. Use up your supplies or they get old. Then you won't be able to use them anymore. Look at that. Oh my gosh. You look beautiful, Frida. Okay, so let's give her a little bit of pink on her cheeks. Just a little bit of color. That's what I did. I do have chalks that I could use that might work a little bit better, but they're over there. And this is what I have. Let's give you some red lips. And see, even coloring on this presentation paper is really cool. There it is, voila! Look at you. Let's look at the before and the after. She needs a butterfly and she needs a little bit of red lips. So we shall continue. I remember taking a photography class in, in junior high, and I also took it again in high school. And we would print black and white prints, and then we would add color to them to give them that vintage look. I remember doing that. I loved photography class. We made a camera in junior high from a cardboard box, and then we would, hold it in place for a little while for exposure. And I was just amazed at how we were able to take photographs from a little cardboard box, and I think had a mirror in it to capture some of that sunlight. Isn't that amazing how that works? Look at you, look at you. Soften that up a little bit. All right, let's give you some butterflies. And then when I took photo class in high school, we used real cameras, not cardboard boxes. Oh, OMG. That made such a difference. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I loved it, loved it. Come on, little butterfly. Let's put you right there. Yes, girl, look at that. All right, I love those. Those are so cute. These are from Hobby Lobby. Aren't they cute? Okay, so let's cut out another phrase, one of her quotes. Here's one. Painting completed my life. Okay, trim it down a little bit more. Yes. Okay. Oh, where's my pen? Here we go again. It's a never-ending story of my life. Where is the pin to my glue? Here it is. Right there. Look at her. All right. Put you here. Let's do another quote. There's so many. Oh my goodness. Let's do this one. Oh, here's this one. I really like this one. I think little by little I'll be able to solve my problems and survive. Yep. So I had the option of printing these in Spanish as well, but I decided we're going to do some English in here too. They are Spanish quotes, but they've been translated to English. So I think little by little, right there, I think little by little, I'll be able to solve my problems. Yep, and survive. I want to make sure I cut it in the right spot. That way the quotes kind of flow and it's not too choppy. Do you do that? Kind of think about when you're cutting things up, because sometimes it'll get lost in interpretation there. Whoa. Oh, guess what I made today? Guess what I made? For the very first time in my life, Martha Stewart would be so proud. Yes, she would. I made homemade raspberry jam, you guys. Because I know you guys are probably going, that's so easy. Yes, it was easy. But I'd never made it. I never bothered looking it up. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Super cute, right? Yes, you are. Okay, let's work on, so I'm going to set these quotes aside and let's work on some of these pictures. I won't need that anymore. Oh yeah, so I made raspberry jam, but not just any raspberry jam. I made keto raspberry jam. Yes, I did. So I bought the raspberries, and then I looked up a recipe online, and it all started because I was at the grocery store and I wanted to get the Smucker's sugar-free raspberry jam, which I love. I love that sugar-free one. It's a little bit tart. Oh, it's just so good. But then my sister was like, because I was looking at the ingredients and I was looking at the carbs, and you guys know how all that keto stuff works. And the carbs are actually more than what I wanted, even though I've been eating that one for a while, and it's fine. If I, keep the macros on track, I'm good. But then my sister, who went to the grocery store with me, said, why don't you just make your own raspberry jam? And that's exactly what she sounds like, you guys. I'm just kidding. But she says, why don't you make your own keto raspberry jam? I'm like, I have no idea how to make jam. I wouldn't even know where to start. So we both Googled. We Googled how to make jam, and we were so surprised at how super easy it is. Super easy. So you take a cup of fresh raspberries, or frozen. I had fresh. And then a couple tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon of fresh lime juice or lemon juice. I had lime. And 1 tablespoon of, I had monk fruit. So I used monk fruit. You could use whatever other sweetener you want. And then you put it in a saucepan for 10 minutes on simmer until the raspberries break down for about 10 minutes. And then you kind of stir it all up. You stir it up, and then I put it in a container, but right before I sealed it, I added 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, mixed it all up, let it cool for just a little bit, and then put it in the refrigerator. It'll keep for 5 days in the refrigerator. And oh my gosh, you guys, I tasted it and it blew my mind. Blew my mind. Why haven't I made that before? Why didn't I ever bother to make it before? Look at this. I took that picture. I know. Isn't it amazing? I wish I would have taken, had I known I would be including these in the junk journals that I'm making, I would have been more intentional with the picture. But this was really just for my own scrapbooking. But I want to share that with you. It's amazing. But now you know what it is and where it is. And so that'll be in there. That is really cool. So it's a little bit tart. and a little bit sweet, and oh my gosh, so I can't wait to have it tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have it with some Keto Toast. So there's a company out there called Franz, F-R-A-N-Z, and they make white keto bread. And so we have it at the Costco over here, and so that's where I buy it. Franz keto bread. Tastes just like white bread. Actually, it tastes like an unsalted saltine cracker, but we're not eating plain bread. That there, will it all fit? Yes, it'll all fit. And so I toast the bread, and then I do cream cheese. And then I was using the Smucker's sugar-free raspberry jam, but now I've made my own, and I'm salivating, you guys. My mouth is watering because I'm looking forward to breakfast tomorrow. Yes, I am. Ah, ah. Oh my. Okay, so it might be a little bit crooked, but it's okay. So here we go. This is La Presidencia Municipalidad Autlán, Jalisco, Mexico. That is a great building. My cousin was running for mayor, so this would be her office in there. Cool. And it was under construction. It looks so nice. Like during the town's fiestas, they decorate and do these beautiful banners outside, and oh my gosh, it looks gorgeous. Okay, let's do the rodeo, or whichever one is next. Here's this one. Yeah, so I just felt so good about making that. Like, why didn't I do that before? So easy. Because I had no idea. I'm from the city, you guys. I'm from Los Angeles. I don't make jam. Maybe my mother did, but I didn't. But you know, I've lived in Utah. I moved out here in 1994. And then I left in 2010. And I've learned how to do so many things living out here. Because this is like little country town out here. And a lot of people have their own gardens, grow their own vegetables. And I've learned so much about gardening. By the way, I have tomatoes. And they are looking beautiful. I checked on them this morning and they look great. I'm so excited. But I'm thinking that I am going to plant some raspberries. Why didn't I think about doing that before? I consume a lot of raspberries, so I should have planted those. Can you imagine? Grow my own raspberries and then make my own raspberry jam? Whoa. Martha Stewart's gonna come knocking, you guys. How's that? Ventana rústica, which means rustic window, in Barra de Navidad, Jalisco, Mexico. So there's that one. Let's see, what time is it? Do we keep going? Do we keep going with a few more? Let's see, where are we? Okay, just a few more. I don't want this to go too long, but you get the idea of what I'm going to do. And I'm loving what's happening here. Let's do this one, the Rodeo Grounds. Yes. So, oh, you know what? I just made a mistake. No, I didn't. I was actually debating which ones to use, whether to use the white one or to use the coffee dyed. So maybe I'll I'm putting these pictures, these over here, because I get a little bit of glare from the light. That's why I'm doing that. But how about we use one of these for the Rodeo Grounds? Plaza de Toros. Plaza de Toros is Rodeo Grounds. My mother did have a little garden when we were growing up in California. She did grow a lot of fruits and vegetables, strawberries. She had strawberries, all kinds of different chilies. We also had some fruit trees, orange tree, lime tree, and we had a Mexican squash, a vine that just went crazy and out of control. And it produced a squash called chayote. It's almost like a prickly pear. Is it like prickly pear squash? It looks like a prickly pear. Called chayote. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you're able to, cook yourself some of that. And cook yourself some chayote. And then put a little bit of butter and salt. Oh my goodness. So good. But like raspberries, I didn't have raspberries. California. So Plaza de Toro. Oh, I really like that. I think I like the way the coffee stained paper ones look better than the white. Huh. What to do, what to do. I might tear those off and redo it. Or I'll go over it with some distress ink. Let's see. Oh, there were still some on my little blending tool. Okay, that does look a little bit better. There. Solution. But look at that one. That's a big one. It's like a panoramic picture. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I'm not going to get a chance to finish the rest because we'll be here forever, but you get the idea. I will finish the rest off camera, and you'll see them again when I finish the junk journals and I do a flip through. You know, there's still a deciding factor there. You know, will I use all of these in there or I won't? But I'm going to prepare them just in case. Just in case. So I will finish labeling those off camera, and this is what we have done today. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed this, but I think my favorite, aside from the cathedral, and I really like the rustic window. I love the Rodeo Grounds too, but I am just loving how the Fridas turned out. I just love it. Okay, remember, don't forget to comment. I'm going to choose a random comment, and I will reach out to you so that I can put this in the mail for you. So leave me a comment, and if you would like to have this sheet of awesome rub-on transfers, I am happy to put those in the mail for you, but you got to comment, and I will select one random comment to put that in the mail as a thank you for being here and watching my video. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you next time. You guys take care. Have a wonderful week. Bye.